Hello, how can we create a template for the objects? So that is creating a class in TypeScript. Okay, class is the template for you to creating an object. This is the definition that's similar with the Java language. Okay, so to create a class in TypeScript, we use the class keyword and then the name of the class, for example person, and then the body of the class inside a curly brackets. Okay, and inside this we can create fields and methods. First, the field, for example an ID. ID is a number. Okay, so this is the way that we create a field. First is the name of the field, and after the colon we have the type, the data type of the field, like this. Okay, so now let's try to create a person class, a person object from the person. Var person equal new person. Okay, and now try to access the ID. Person ID equal something, right? Okay, yeah, the ID is a number. Okay, so when we create a field like this, we can assign it via the variable name directly. But now if I add the private like this, we will no longer get the ID, access the ID again, because property ID is private and only accessible within class person. Okay, so how can we access it? Do you know? Do you remember about the getter and setter? Alright, we need to provide the getter and setter. Public number, get ID, return a number, and inside the body of the method we just return the ID like this. And now here we just get, but it express is assignment, so we need to create a set ID method. ID number, and this ID equal ID, and then to provide the 23 for the ID, we call the method set ID and add the 23 like this. Okay, and now how we can create a constructor. So by default we have the no argument constructor here, but when you want to create a constructor with the param, how can you do that? So in TypeScript we can create a constructor by using the constructor keyword, and inside the constructor we can pass a parameter or multiple parameters. Here I can put the parameter for, alright, let me create another variable. A person also have a name, it's a string, and for a constructor I will add the name for this attribute or this property. This name equal name, like this. And now you can create the person with the constructor and add a name inside it. Name. And okay, now try to create a person and then console log the person get. Okay, I will create more getter and setter for the name. I remove the ID because we will not use the ID again. Just create a public. So public means we this is also an access modifier. Okay, so public, although the method or the attribute can be accessible from outside package or inside a package. Okay, not the same with the private just allow you to access the property or the method inside the class itself. Public and says name string, this name equal name, and also we can have the method for get name. This method return a string and just return the name. Alright, and here we can log the name of this person and try to create another person, new person, name 1, and log this one, person. Alright, I think I will create a method to print. Okay, public toString, return a string, and this one will return the this ID. ID press and name. Okay. And for here I will create a person only, toString. This toString is not the overriding of the method toString. Okay, so you need to call this method. It's not automatically run when you print the object like Java. Okay, so now let's run. Okay, you see that we have a define for ID and the name for the person. And now if you want to, every time you create a new instance of the person, you want to assign a number for the ID, and it will be increased every time we create an object of the person class. So to do that, we can change the number, the ID to a static variable. So add a static. Remember this one, static variable. A static variable will be existing in the whole program. Okay, it's not be the choice. It will be here inside the program and not change the data. Okay, and every time we create a constructor, we will change the ID. Okay, we will increase person ID. No, not this ID. Okay, persons ID. Okay, this means you increase the value for the ID. But you see that we increase first, okay, first, so it will increase first, then assign the value into the ID. And please notice that for the started, when you create a started for a variable, so it will be always have the default value. For number, we have the default value is 0, and for the string we have an empty string. So here we change it to the ID, person's ID. Alright, and let's run. I think it's not like Java. You need to assign value for initialization for the ID. Okay, that's my fault. Alright, just assign 0 for the initialization of the ID, and then we have the ID increase every time we create a new object for the person. Alright, so that's it for the class. All the things about the class. Okay, next time we will learn about the inheritance of a class. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.